All right, taking a look at the next 7 days, we are starting off on the cooler side, but then we're going to warm up quite nicely, and that's because we have a ridge of high pressure making its way into central Texas. It's going to reach its peak on Thursday when most of the central third of the country will be influenced by that ridge, but then we have a trough coming in from the west, and when you have that trough coming in from the west, there is a frontal boundary associated with that, and it does become warmer as we head through Saturday and Sunday. Look at the Brazos Valley, low 80s both days preliminarily, and upper 70s to low 80s for central Texas. But we do have a muggier air out ahead of that frontal boundary, and when you have enough moisture in the atmosphere, it could eke out a few isolated showers, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder, especially as we head through the day on Sunday. So definitely something that we will be paying attention to all week here on Texas Today, but nothing severe expected at this particular point. We're just starting off a bit on that cool side. And here is that ridge of high pressure making its way through central Texas. By the time we get to around Thursday, that's when I think we're going to start to see that peak, but then we have another trough coming in from that Pacific Northwest. There you see it over Seattle, and then it's going to start to slide on down as we head through the day on Friday and Saturday. And there it is by the time we get to Sunday at 9 a.m. That's when I think we have a really good chance for a few isolated showers. I'm giving it a 30% right now, but it could go up based on how fast this trough moves. And actually, I think the better chances could actually be next Monday, but that's still 7 days out. So definitely something we're going to have to pay attention to here on Texas Today over the course of this next week for our rain chances because of the drought situation here in central Texas. Starting off cold, though, we're looking at temperatures hovering around those mid-30s across much of the region, some lower 30s as well, and maybe even some lower 20s as well. So really take your pick, mixed bag, lower 20s, low to mid-30s. There's really something for everybody. Brazos Valley, you guys are a little bit more uniform. Caldwell and Brenham down to the freezing point, with College Station still just above it at around 33. We do have this area of high pressure that's going to slide a little bit off to the east, and then with that southerly flow as a result of that high pressure center going off to the east, that's what's going to allow for our warm up to commence. And so let's take a look right now. This is on our downtown tower cam overlooking Santa Fe Plaza there, looking really nice as always. We're going to get to those lower teens for wind chills, but those lower 20s, I should say, for your average temperature, for your actual temperature, I should say. Mostly clear skies, just that northerly wind at around 5 miles an hour. But then let's go hour by hour. We're going to show you that wind shift. There it is. By the time we get to around Monday at 1 o'clock, upper 50s. Some areas might try to get to those low 60s even then. I think our afternoon high will be in those lower 60s with those partly cloudy skies to mostly sunny skies. We're going to start off clear for tomorrow as well, with those mid to upper 30s down to those 40s before we go right back up to those lower 60s with a slightly cloudier sky. We are going to be partly cloudy though, so we should be warm and mostly dry. And for today, I'm going to give this a 9 on the Jordan meter with those nice temperatures in those lower 60s. Guys?